Hey there, welcome to Nothing Special Tarot. My name is Angela. I've been gone for a little bit. Please forgive me for that. My day job has been sucking up quite a bit of my energy, maybe a little bit of my soul. Okay, I'm kidding. But yeah, let's get to the reading because this is really interesting. The reading is just a general collective reading. It's a timeless reading. So whenever this finds you, it's meant to find you. As per usual, I started with, a little bit of cleansing and some meditation, and I pulled some cards. So let's go over the cards that I pulled. I started with the Arcana of Astrology, which is a new deck that I just got, and I love it. Love, love, love it. Interestingly enough, the first cards that I pulled were Lunar Eclipse. I'm trying to see if you can see this. Lunar Eclipse, and then Solar Eclipse. And I thought, okay, what does that mean? What is Spirit trying to tell me here? So I consulted the book, and I'm just going to read to you what the book says. Okay, lunar eclipse. The lunar eclipse occurs when the moon moves behind the earth and ends up in its shadow. It may seem strange that something in a shadow can be known as the illuminator, but that is because this event only takes place during a full moon. You guys, I know I said this was a timeless reading, but we have a full moon coming up in just a couple of days. Food for thought. A lunar eclipse carries the same message as a regular full moon, but intensified. Truths that we may not be ready to see are going to come to light. Okay. Solar eclipse, the second card that I pulled. A solar eclipse occurs when a new moon is directly between the sun and the earth and blocks out the sun's rays. The solar eclipse carries the same potential for opportunity as the regular new moon, but it does come with a warning that you will reap 3 times what you sow, so go forward with clear purpose. Okay. I sense that whatever is happening, whatever breakthrough that you're working on, because you're definitely, I would call this a dark night of the soul, or maybe coming out of the tail end of a dark night of the soul. And you'll see that when we get to the tarot cards that I pulled. Whatever is happening for you, I think this breakthrough is going to happen between the full moon and the new moon. So if you are catching this right about the time I'm recording it, the next couple of weeks, I asked Spirit who this reading was for, and that's what I got. So just so y'all are aware, this deck has all the zodiac signs and the asteroids and the planets and the houses, Arcana of Astrology. But I was hoping to get a very specific zodiac sign, and it gave me this. And this card is about letting the world see who you really are, showing your true face, and being in your authenticity. So I guess that was Spirit's way of saying, hey man, keep it general. They'll know if it's for them. Okay, so the tarot cards. Today we are going with the Wild Unknown Tarot. And the first card that I pulled was a 10 of Swords. So you're probably familiar with this card. It's one of the toughest cards in the tarot deck. The 10 of Swords is about an ending, sometimes a very painful ending. And if you look at the card, it definitely looks painful, right? But whatever situation you were in, whether that was a difficult relationship, maybe a toxic work environment, it's done. It's over. And you're aware of this. The second card that I got, Seven of Swords. Now, this is an energy that can help you or harm you. And the Seven of Swords is sometimes about duplicity, about things being hidden from you, you know, kind of like lunar eclipse. But the feeling that I get from this card, especially looking at the artwork, is a defensive. Hello, can we talk today? Maybe let's have a sip of tea before we try the difficult word again. Defensiveness. So this Ten of Swords moment, the ending of whatever the situation was, it's left you feeling defensive. It's left you feeling like this little fox with his all shut down, all huddled up with his tail around him with that sword right there in case he needs to defend himself, right? Underneath that, we got the Justice card. You're wanting some kind of justice. It feels like something has happened in a way where maybe you were giving more than taking. You were having to tolerate things that nobody should have to tolerate. And people definitely do not tolerate in a healthy relationship, in a healthy work environment, in a healthy home environment. And so the Justice card coming out also, it's giving me divine timing vibes. But I do love this card. See? We've got black cat, the white cat, all the colors behind them. Absolute equanimity. In the past position, I got the Six of Wands. And I love this card. In this deck, I love this whole deck, but the Six of Wands, as you probably are aware, is a card of victory. It's a card of overcoming. It's a card of perseverance and doing what you need to do to get to where you need to go and being successful with it. So this says to me, you've had these dark nights of the soul before. You have been through many transformations before. It feels very scorpionic. Maybe you're a Scorpio or you have a lot of Scorpio in your chart. I don't know. But the fact that we've got a butterfly and the on the victory card, it feels very Scorpio. In your strengths position, if I can get the card off the table, the Hanged Man. So your strength here is having been through this before and having had to recreate yourself and start fresh. You're very good at seeing other points of view. It's a skill set that you've picked up. You're able to look at things from multiple points of view, sometimes all at the same time. And that's given you a lot of strength. And in your future position, we've got Strength card. The Strength card is a lot about taming those thoughts, you know, the ones that keep you up at night, the ones that say you're not good enough, you can't do this. The Strength card is about taming those. It's about taming all those. And I'm going to say this too, kind of going off on a tangent. You've got a lot of swords in this reading, so this is largely dependent on everything that's going on in your head. The advice that the Spirit wants to give you is the Wheel of Fortune, another divine timing card, right? what goes up must come down. And they're wanting you to realize that that's the natural order of things, right? There's ebbs and there's flows. The tide goes in, the tide comes out. Or no, the tide comes in, it goes back out. What is with me today, you guys? Thank you for your patience. The Wheel of Fortune, though, it always turns. This Wheel of Fortune card is a little bit different than the regular, tarot Rider-Waite-Smith. But I love that it's got an owl up here at the top. Owls are about wisdom. And it feels like you're on the upswing back up to the wisdom. Like you've done this before. You know where you're headed. It's going to take a minute to get there. In the external factors, we've got Two of Pentacles and another butterfly, notice. So it looks like life itself is sort of giving you some things to juggle, some things to consider, maybe some differing points of view that it wants you to think about with this Hanged Man card. And in your hopes and fears, we've got Ten of Cups. So if you're familiar with tarot, we know the Ten of Cups is like one of the ultimate happiness cards, right? In the traditional deck, it's got this happy family standing on this grand estate, and the sun's in the sky, and everything's beautiful, and things just couldn't get any better. And so I'm taking this as whatever situation this was, you initially looked at it as a potential Ten of Cups, and what Spirit, they need to make their own. Okay, they're saying they need to make their own Ten of Cups. They're capable. And the outcome position, we have the Eight of Swords. Now, typically the Eight of Swords is about all of those nasty thoughts that keep you imprisoned, that keep you from stepping out of your shell, from trying new things, for going after what you want. And you can see that she feels surrounded by swords, which are the nasty thoughts on all sides. It occurs to me though, this is like, there's like 3 butterflies in this reading, right? 3 symbols of transformation. And I'd be willing to bet if I look at whatever card is coming next out of the deck, it's going to say something along the lines of, you can go back to this space. Like you've done this before. You've done the hard transformations. You've done the work before. You've questioned everything. You've looked at it from multiple points of view. And you've got the strength to do this again. So, with that said, I'm going to see what next card. Oh, Mother of Swords is on the bottom of the deck. So, the Mother of Swords is like the Queen of Swords in the traditional deck. I think I'm shaking the camera when I move. I'm sorry if that's happening. The Queen of Swords knows her own mind, right? She knows exactly where the pitfalls are. She knows exactly what could possibly trip her up, and she also knows how to overcome it. She's very clear, she's very logical, she's very methodical, because she's been through some shit, right? All the queens, whether it's swords, wands, whatever suit, I think of them as women who have been through some shit. And so they've mastered the lessons of whatever suit that they are the queen of, right? But let's see what the next... Yeah, okay. So let me show you what I got here. The Magician. The Magician is the card that says you have all the resources you need at your disposal. You have the magic in you. You absolutely have the magic in you. And the card after that, the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is about putting in the work. And so, yeah, I think Spirit is saying here, you know how to put in the work. You know how to buckle down and get things done. In your heart, you've been the Queen of Swords. And you just got to go through the process again to get back to here. It's fairly simple. Fairly simple message today. Okay, Spirit, do you have any other messages? I'm being told to go to this oracle deck, Spirit Animal Oracle. Running out of space. Okay. These cards are a little hard for my tiny hands to shuffle because there's so many of them. I do love this deck too, though. One more split. Okay, well, that's pretty obvious. So, yeah, y'all, when I turned over the deck, on the bottom of the deck, we've got Frog Spirit, clear out the clutter. And on the top of the deck, we've got Skunk Spirit, know your worth. And interesting aside, look at the number on the card. 54 adds up to a 9. 28 adds up to a 10. These are the cards of endings. So whatever is ending in your life, it was meant to end. It was meant to come to a close. And you were definitely meant to go through this transformation and go back to this butterfly. I'm almost surprised the little butterfly card didn't come out of here. Do you have any other advice for Spirit? They're saying read the book. Okay, I'll read the book. So I'm going to read the book for these two cards. Frog Spirit is about clearing out the clutter mentally, basically. It's about really going in and doing a deep dive. If I'm remembering correctly. Here we go. Frog Spirit knows that while all the other frogs are croaking away, this is a time for you to simplify and declutter your life so you can feel content on your own lily pad. Even when life isn't creating total cacophony, we can become drawn to the excitement of lots of noise. Then the next thing we know, our schedules and homes are cluttered with commitments we regret making and objects taking up valuable space. Which kind of brings me back to this card, the Two of Pentacles, juggling priorities. Frog Spirit appears to tell you to clean house, prioritize what you need, and get rid of or give away the rest so you can have some space in your day and in your head. You don't need the old stuff and its stories shouting at you about the past. Along with physical clutter, friendships are sometimes kept long past their expiration date, weighing you down with unnecessary baggage. Now is the time to let go. Whatever you need will appear when you need it. So release the grip on all that clutter that is making you feel anxious and burdened. Frog Spirit wants you to reclaim your space unencumbered by shoulds, oughts, and could-have-beens. Let go and jump. You are free from all that old stuff. I'm noticing right under the frog card in the deck, look what the next card was. Crow Spirit, co-create with Spirit. I think what they're saying there is lean on them. I don't know if you reach out to your spirit guides or you ever talk to them. I promise we all have them. We really do. Now, sometimes they can be a little bit cryptic, right? And as a Scorpio sun, sometimes for me, that's like, yeah, give me the cryptic. I love it. But that's kind of balanced out by all this Sagittarius I have in my chart, which just depending on my mood, I'm like, okay, enough with the cryptic. I feel super obtuse today. Could you just give me a clear sign? And guys, whenever I've asked for that, I've gotten it. So just ask, right? Just ask for a clear sign. Just say something like, show me a blue peacock today. Or, show me a frog. Okay, where's Skunk Spirit? Know your worth. They're saying to read that one too. What do you value? What do you believe in? Is your best, most authentic self on display? Skunk Spirit comes as a reminder that you can be proud of who you are and what you have accomplished. Know your worth. Not everyone will agree with you or share your values, but you can walk with your head high, knowing that when you express your integrity, others can feel your authenticity and be inspired by it. Be who you are, and if your reputation precedes you, good. You have so much to be proud of, and Skunk Spirit wants you to be your best self, the true you. Authenticity. Is there any last words for collective? Nope. Okay. So I hope that this was helpful for you today. I hope that it resonated with you and you were able to take something from it. If it was helpful, please hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe and come back. I am not here on a regular schedule yet, but I'm working on it. And the reading today came about because I was thinking about, it's been a minute. I need to go do a reading. And this morning when I woke up, I heard my dad. My dad is sometimes part of my spirit team. He's not there all the time. But my dad basically said to me in his very inimitable Gemini homespun way, you need to shit or get off the pot. And I said, well, this is in regards to what? And he's like, you know what this is in regards to. So I knew what I needed to come do. I needed to come do a tarot reading for somebody. So hopefully this was helpful for you. And you are always invited back. I appreciate you hanging in this far. I appreciate your time and attention. And please do remember to hit the like and subscribe and the share button and all that good stuff, because it really does help. And not just for me, any creator on YouTube whose stuff has helped you hit the like button. It does way more than you think. It's truly, truly helpful. And I'm not going to say I've totally figured out this algorithm thing. I kind of don't want to. Maybe I should, but it just seems overwhelmingly complicated for no reason. But I do know hitting a like button is a good thing. So if you would do that for me, I would really appreciate it. And hopefully I will see you here again very soon. And yeah, I'm going to leave you with this butterfly. You're going from this to this. And it's happening because you've already got the tools to do it, friend. All right, take care. And remember, don't be nice, be kind, especially to yourself.